Hi, my name is Sabrina Phillips, and I've been a business developer and life strategist for over 30 years now. And a lot of times I'm helping people build businesses that are much more successful or grow them and scale them, of course. And then other times I'm working with people on a more personal level. And I love everything that I do in the consulting and coaching realm. And today, what I'd really like to encourage you to do is that we've got a beginning of a brand new year. You might have set some resolutions, or we'll call them goals, for yourself about how you want to show up this year, what you want to experience in your life. And maybe some of those goals are pretty big. And I want to encourage you to be brave, be bold, and kick butt this year. And really truly go for what it is you say that you want. Maybe you've been saying that you want this certain thing to show up, to have more fulfillment, maybe for years. Maybe it's been months. Maybe you just came up with the idea. But I just want to encourage you to be brave and step into it. I myself have found that sometimes being brave in something requires you to be still also, not power through something, make something happen, and have your fingers in there twisting and turning every element of what life, and business that you can in order to have this experience come to fruition. I used to do that for many, many years. It worked really well. I'm not gonna lie. It worked really well until it didn't. And for a lot of people and a lot of my clients that I actually talk to, it really doesn't work anymore. It's almost as if it's the manipulation that we used to use, the force and the drive and everything that we used to put into something. I'm going to power through it and make it happen because I want it to happen kind of thing, doesn't work. I don't know if it's necessarily the energy and how the world has shifted in our consciousness that no longer allows that power through driving force kind of feeling and manipulation of people and circumstances around us in order to make something happen and work, just doesn't work anymore. I don't know what the reason is, but I can tell you that I'm not the only one that's experienced it. Lots of my clients have, lots of my colleagues have, many, many friends have also experienced the fact that their previous ability to make things happen doesn't actually work the same way as it used to. So that means we have to slow down. And that, for me, is a super hard thing to do. My mind is going a million miles a minute typically, even when I'm sleeping, and I want things to happen immediately. Yesterday might have been better actually for me, and maybe you can relate to that. But I'm telling you that the more that I slow down, and the more I encourage my clients to slow down and not get so far ahead of ourselves, or so ahead in front of God or universe or whatever you want to call it, the driving force that's working in the background, the invisible force that actually has so much more power than we do, that's making our lives work for us, right? Even though sometimes it may not look like it and it may not feel like it, but that's a whole other conversation about how life actually works for us. And trust me, I have also been through my own challenges, to say the least. That is really putting it nicely, of where life didn't feel like it was working for me. It felt like it was happening to me. And, there were times where I really felt like a victim of my circumstances, or maybe some people around me that had come into my life. And so anyway, that's another conversation, but I'm telling you, I can come from a lot of experience here of how I've had to be super brave and really bold and kick some butt along the way. And in a very nice way, of course, and, but I want to bring in the fact that being brave and bold and kicking butt is not necessarily the manipulation of all things and people around us in order to get what we want. It is working with your energy around you. It is paying attention to when you need to slow down and take a deep breath and go, okay, this is gonna work out or it's not going to work out. I'm going to be brave enough to sit here and actually just make myself breathe and meditate or whatever it is you need to do to calm yourself down and allow universe or whatever you want to call that to do its work as well. And you're going to be in the flow. And sometimes I swear to you, that is honestly the bravest and the boldest move that you can make. And it is going to feel a little bit like you're kind of kicking your own butt. And so, because you have to force yourself to stop and slow down and wait for it to come to fruition or not to come to fruition, which whatever it is, it may or may, it's like, you know, what's the song is like, thank God for unanswered prayers, right? We think we want something, we think we really know what we need for ourselves in our lives, but when we really turn it over and we let go and we say, okay, this is my intention, this is what I really feel like would be very good for me, and you don't have an expectation of the end outcome, that's when we're living more in faith and trust. And I really encourage my clients to do this in business as well. And so anyway, I just wanted to pass this along. Sometimes being brave and bold and kicking butt is not about powering through it and making it happen, but it's actually about slowing down and allowing things to work out for you on your behalf as well. So anyway, I hope that helps. Again, my name is Sabrina Phillips. Happy to help anytime. You can always reach me. I'll put my phone number and my email down below so that you can reach me if you have any questions about this. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.